when you understand who you are, there will be certain outcomes that occur as a reflection of who you are, but you are not searching or looking for those outcomes to define you. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And you missed a lot of life-changing game if you weren't at the Game Kings 2, the definition of a man seminar in New York City. But don't worry, because right now you can get access to the entire Game Kings 2 seminar. All you got to do is click the link below. And in this seminar, you're going to learn heavy game, some heavy game from myself, Miles Cunningham, Rom Wills, Taekwondo, and Kerry K. Zagan. We're talking about manhood, confidence, attracting women, and much more. So click the link below right now so you can get your copy today. Yo, what's poppin'? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I want to tell you guys in this video that the game is perfect. Okay, the game is perfect just the way it is. The game is on point. Everything is the way it needs to be, and there's nothing wrong with the game. I know a lot of people, I'll hear people say the game is rigged. I hear people say that game doesn't exist, and game is nothing, and this is people who don't understand game. Now, all you got to understand is that the game is about you. The game is you. You are the game. That's what it is, right? Now, what happens is when we talk about, let's say, the dating game, right? And when we talk about having game, we're talking about you having a strategy, you having a certain way of doing things to get what you want in this life, right? So what happens is that the more you understand yourself, right, the easier it's going to be to make things happen the way you want it to happen. Right? Also, what happens is this, is that the more that you understand yourself, right, the less you're going to be outcome dependent. See, a lot of times you're outcome dependent because you're expecting the outcome to make you feel a certain sense of happiness, well-being, and all this other stuff, right? You're looking for the outcome to make you feel good about yourself or feel good about your situation. But understand that when you understand yourself, that means you understand the game, and that means that you will not be outcome dependent because you don't need any outcome, any specific outcome to be a certain way for you to feel good about yourself. So, for example, you have guys out here who will, try to make shit happen with women, and they're trying to make something go down with a particular chick, and if it doesn't go down the way they want it to go down, they're upset, they're pissed off, they're angry, because they wanted the outcome to be a certain way. But when you're not outcome dependent, you don't really give a fuck about if it happens or not, because you're doing you regardless of the outcome. So if you're doing you regardless of the outcome, you don't need the outcomes to make you feel good about yourself and feel good about the situation. Also, when you understand yourself, you understand the strategies you need to take to make things happen that you want to happen. And then usually what happens is that you get those things going, but at the same time, you're not worried about the outcome because you're not outcome dependent. So it's funny because you are not outcome dependent, but because you're not outcome dependent, you end up getting more of the outcome popping off. But even when the outcome isn't a certain way or however it is, you're cool because you don't really give a fuck. You understand? See, most people don't get to this certain level of game because they're still concerned about the outcome telling them who they are. They're looking for the outcome to say, hey, I need this thing to go this way so that I could evaluate myself based off the outcomes. But what I'm telling you is this, is that if you understand who you are, what you're about, what you want, you're not looking for outcomes to define you. Now, if we look at this deeper, what you'll start to see is that, and this is where it sort of becomes like a paradox or whatever, is that when you understand who you are, there will be certain outcomes that occur as a reflection of who you are, but you are not searching or looking for those outcomes to define you. So when you become, for example, a guy who's good at, talking to women, you understand what you want, understand what you like, you're confident in yourself, right? You'll start to notice that women are attracted to you. You're getting more women who want to fuck with you, right? But you were never expecting, or you didn't care about those outcomes anyway. But you not caring about those outcomes is the thing that basically made you that attractive guy, and you being that attractive guy gave you those outcomes. But you don't really give a fuck because you're the type of motherfucker who understands himself, and the game is so tight that you're outcome dependent. You're not outcome dependent, right? So, so the funny part is what I'm saying right now. To some people might not get it yet. And for those who do, I'm sure you're like nodding your head like, yes, I see what the fuck you're saying. But to put it simply is, you have to understand that you are the game. You understand? The game is about you. Once you understand who you are and what you're about, then you do not need any outcome for validation to define you, because you understand who you are. By understanding who you are, you're better able to strategize to get the things that you want. Whether you get it or not doesn't matter, because you don't give a fuck about the outcome. But the funny part is that because you don't give a fuck about the outcome and you know who you want, the outcome in a lot of cases is the thing that comes to you based off of that strategy and based off of who you are. It's very fucking interesting how this all goes down. But you have a lot of people who don't know who they are, so they're chasing outcomes. You understand? And when you're chasing outcomes, what you're doing is that you're basically running away from understanding yourself. Because you're chasing that thing out there to give you validation so that you can maybe understand who you are or get the thing that you think you want so that you feel good about yourself. But when you understand who you are, you realize that there was nothing to chase in the first place. Everything that you're searching for out there is already inside here. You see what I'm saying? It's already there. But you have to be able to recognize it. And that's what it is to have game, is to recognize that shit, to understand who you are. To realize you don't have to chase anything. To realize that you don't need the outcome that you think you desperately need. And to understand that the things that you want, they're going to come to you. But you have to understand yourself and be that motherfucker first. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to mr.locario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game.